No.
Why don't we do a take two?
Wait a minute, let's start again. Hello.
Hi, this is Ron Vodry.
This is Alex Nussbaum.
This is Jason Fraser.
This is Matt O'Brien.
Hey, this is Ray Zwicker.
All right, world. My name is Cal Post.
Guys, this is Christina Walkinshaw.
This is Eddie Delaseppe.
This is Adrian Spencer.
My name is Timo.
And you're listening to the Julien Dionne
You're listening to the Julien Dionne Comedy Hour podcast.
Who am I talking to? What am I doing?
Julien Dionne Comedy Hour.
You're listening to the...
Comedy hour. See, I took the word out comedy. Changes the meaning completely, doesn't it?
Days and not really, I'm overworking, but days in the holidays. Happy holidays. You're listening to the Julien Dionne Comedy Hour podcast.
And aren't we all?
Now broadcasting live and totally uncensored, from Lemon Press Studio in the beautiful Gatineau Hills.
Project. I was like half asleep on the couch and now I'm projecting.
Hey everyone, this is Christian Potenza.
This is Gay Trevor Wilson.
This is Jean Paul, a.k.a. the Island Hipster, hashtag hipster business.
This is Steph Tola.
Hey, this is Jake Goldsby.
This is Sky Wallace.
Hey everybody, this is Erica Sigurdsson, aka Ricky Siggs.
Okay, hello. Hi.
This is Howard Wagman.
Hey, this is Peter Anthony, the PA system.
This is Matt O'Brien.
Some people that's my rap name.
This is Jen Grant and you're listening to the Julien Dionne Comedy Hour podcast.
Show. You and me belong, just like the flowers, laughing all day long. People, I need you loose. Sing a little song, then take a shower. Julien Dionne. It's a show. It's not an hour, it's a show. It's okay.
Such a beautiful waste of time. A waste of time. A beautiful waste of time.
Welcome to the show.
A waste of time. I went to school.
Here we go.
I learned a lot.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're listening to this show. Thank you.
Such a beautiful
welcome to the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant. Monday edition. Monday, April 19th. That's crazy.
That's crazy right there.
That's Jen Grant right there. Speaking of crazy.
Down the street.
We are so sweet. Just one more quick share here to do. We're available on demand wherever you get your podcasts, of course, and live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter Live, and Daily Motion. Thank you. Gets them every time.
If you're watching us on YouTube right now, please click the like button and subscribe.
Smash it, as the kids say. Smash. Yeah.
Or did they say
Sigida? They definitely don't say Sigida.
I want it to catch on.
Only psychopaths say Sigida.
Come on.
Okay, here we go. Sorry.
That's
just
okay.
I had internet issues right off the top, and then I fixed it real quick, and then...
Oh, that's good. I think you fixed it.
Yes. Okay, they're done. How was your weekend, gang? Jen is on comments, as always, so let us know. Whatever. If you have topics you want to talk about, if you have questions, comments, let us know. Jen Grant The Jen Grant, comedian extraordinaire, will be right there
I'm
with
here for you.
her
I'm here for
fingertips.
you.
We're officially, we've been locked down for 2 weeks now, but now it's really official. We can't go into Ontario anymore.
No, and I've been listening to the news this morning. Yeah. Kind of feels cozy over here.
Cozy.
All trapped in
Yeah,
Quebec.
stay over. My buddies, I have a lot of friends in Ontario. We have a lot of friends, but they're all like, yeah, can't come in Ontario. I'm like, we don't want to go in right now. Ontario's a COVID wasteland with an insane amount of cases, so stay over there. We're good here. I mean, we're still not doing great here, but you know.
No, but it's not like Ontario's.
It's not like 5,000 a day. We're at about 1,500 cases a day.
I have to say, though, that
Go
I
ahead.
do, living out here, because it's so rural, there are certain things that I can only get in Ottawa, but that's okay. Like, you know what? I feel like
People have to make sacrifices during this, and ours is that we can't go to Whole Foods.
no, we're really roughing it.
People are on ventilators. We're like, yeah, but
No,
they have vegan cheese there.
Oh my God.
What? I'm just saying.
I'm not saying
Why
that.
are you saying that as an attack? You're like, okay, I'm on your side here. I'm trying to
I know.
make it funny. Instead of this
That's
doom
not,
and gloom.
FYI, that is not funny. Anytime you bring up ventilator, you can't make anyone laugh. That's like saying, like doing jokes with cancer in it. You can't do it. Just doesn't work. And you know I'm right. You can't say ventilator in any part of a setup or a
Ventilate
punchliner.
her. I don't even know her.
No. You can't. It can't be anywhere part of anything.
Okay, all right. What's going on this morning? Did you okay? You in a bad mood or something?
Of course, that must be me. Yeah, it must be me.
Anyway, yes, we're locked down. We can't go to Whole Foods or whatever. What other reasons do we go to Ottawa? I mean, not much. I mean, you have family there.
There's just, you know what
But they
it
don't
is?
visit.
You know what it is? It's because I haven't explored everything in Quebec and Gatineau. There's a lot of options with like health food stores and stuff like that. And so there you go.
Is
It's
there
a good
a-
opportunity to do a curbside pickup in Quebec?
Is there a bouffe complète?
What's that?
Complète?
What's that?
Whole Foods in French? I don't know. I'm just
Bouffe complète.
yeah, complete food.
That's beef,
like complete.
isn't it? Bouffe?
No, bouffe is food. BOUFFE.
Can you please say back to back? I want to hear beef in French.
Beef
and-
bouffe. Beef
Which one
bouffe.
is whiff?
Yes.
Whiff. Because you
Guess.
kept saying boof. Okay.
Beef
Okay,
bouffe.
wait. Let's just say one and.
Beef. Bouffe.
Okay, I think.
Beef.
Why do you do this every time? Why do
What?
you have to have dramatic head movement? This is you. Boof.
Her head's going back.
Beef.
Sometimes you forget we're on the radio. But you're like, watch this. Beef.
No, I never said watch
Boof.
this. And if someone's listening, I'm just acknowledging that your head goes back. I think they can imagine that, right? Like, I listen to audiobooks. I don't have to see what's happening. If the character says, why is your head going back? I'm like, well, I can't see it. Why did he say that?
Yeah, but you said, why is your head going like this? Beef. Boof. They don't know you're going back.
I said no. I said go back. Anyways.
I regret telling you to be more feisty on the show. Now you're the obnoxious bully. Beef, boof, which one? Go forget the
See?
comments for a minute. Talk to me. Just put that out. Your attention is divided. There's no way you can be fully with me when you're
Stop.
Well,
Oh
you
my
were just
God.
about to read one. You're like, see, such and such agrees. Beef, boof, which one? Are we done?
Think, say it again. It's
Beef.
so
Boof.
subtle. Beef
Beef.
or boof. So it's like BEF or BOFF.
Just go with the sound. Beef, boof.
Ugh, I hate the sound of it all of a sudden.
Beef.
Ugh. I think boff. Or is it
Boff? No.
Buff or Beth?
Beef or boof.
Boof. Ugh, I hate language sometimes. Beth or boff? What is it?
No, Beef. boof.
Boof. Boof or beef?
Yeah, go.
It's too close.
Just make a guess. It's a 50-50 guess. It's
Buff is
dissecting.
food, and
I don't know.
beef-
I'm here thinking how boof makes me feel, and boff.
Buff is food and beef is beef.
Yes. No. What? Oh, can you hear Gordy?
Buff is food and beef is beef.
Yes. I don't know if you can, I'm going to crank the mic, see if they can hear Gordy dreaming. I wonder if we're in his dreams when he's doing that. Anyway. The beef boof. This is the turmeric debate of 2020 all over again.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you disgusted with me this morning? I go the turmeric debate. You go like this, wincing. Like,
what about
why
the
the
other
wince?
one that I'm wondering about is
Why the wince though?
charcuterie or charcuterie?
Charcuterie.
I think it's charcuterie, but I always said it was.
Oh, because you said
charcuterie.
char, like char.
Charcuterie or charcuterie.
I don't know.
Apparently, it's charcuterie.
Well, it's like your sister when she's like always corrects people on the what is it? No, it's bruschetta.
No, I do that.
Yeah, but you got that from Melly.
No, I didn't. I got it from an Italian restaurant I used to work at.
Oh, I thought it was Melly that I always would say
No, because
bruschetta. Well, you guys say that and it's obnoxious.
Kind of like it's kind of like pho or faux, and we've talked about that before. When the soup pho.
Yeah,
but it's actually pronounced pho. And then when I worked in an Italian restaurant, this woman, she's so annoying. This woman trained us, or maybe she didn't train us, but she used to live in Italy. Oh God. And I was in my early 20s and I'm working at this Italian restaurant and she's like, it's bruschetta. And I'm like, I am not going to say that. And she's
But
like,
now
well,
you're that woman now. You've evolved into her. You guys do that at every part.
No.
And it's like, when you know a pronunciation is
true.
correct and most people don't pronunciate it correct, so you use that word more. Did you try the bruschetta? It's such good bruschetta. The tomato is so fresh in the bruschetta and the crunch of the bread on the bruschetta. I love it. Admit it, you do that.
No,
the
I
bruschetta.
don't. Well, what are you supposed to do?
Bruschetta.
When you know how it's
I'm
supposed
Canadian,
to be
it's
pronounced?
bruschetta.
Okay. What are you supposed to do, though?
Bruschetta. I'm guilty of that when I would work at a Mexican restaurant. I would say certain words like
Which
that.
ones?
Let me think. Geez, I can't think right now.
Sorry about that.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to the person
stop.
with the earbuds in his head or her head.
Oh, it's a
What
guy.
words did I say in Spanish? I can't remember, but I would say them all the time.
Enchilada. That's Italian.
There was pollo. It's pronounced like we as Canadians would say pollo al carbone on this thing, but I would say pollo al carbón. Today's tacos pollo al carbón, and
I like that.
Yeah, but it's silly.
What about this?
It's okay when you do it, but then when others do it, you're like, yuck.
Don't you love it? It's kind of charming when you see someone really small town who comes into the restaurant and goes, "Hi, could I please have one of these quesadillas?"
Polo al
It's so
carbon.
cute. Quesadilla. No, but even quesadilla. That is so common.
Oh, I didn't
Quesadilla?
acknowledge it. Yes.
Well, no, but gross.
What do you mean, gross?
You're like this. Oh, I didn't acknowledge it. Yes. It's so patronizing. Like, yes, quesadilla. No, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but
I do know what you mean.
It's cute. It's cute because it kind of reminds me of sometimes when we visit New Brunswick and so I'm not like pointing out any particular person, but it's really adorable because there's not a lot of fancy options for ethnic cuisine there.
Fancy quesadillas.
Yeah, and I mean I know quesadillas are now common everywhere.
The
but
fried hot pocket. Fancy. You look good today. You look fresh.
Oh, thanks.
By the way, I was happy to discover, and still happy, a roller coaster of emotions to discover season 2 of The Circle is out on Netflix.
Oh, have you guys seen this?
I've talked about my love of these kinds of shows. Too Hot to Handle, The Circle. What was the other one? It was like...
Is The Circle the one that you watched when I was out of town?
I watched another one, Something of Love, where they could just hear each other like through the wall.
Oh, that's probably the one I'm thinking of.
What the hell was that name? What was that name? Look it up.
Through the wall? How do I describe
Netflix show Talking Only or something like that. It was like Something of Love.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Netflix.
Love game show.
Let's see.
What was it? They even proposed at some point. They would just...
Yeah, right. Love is Blind?
Love is Blind.
Was it good?
It was great. I love this kind of shit, and I know it's not cool because it feels good the whole time. There's no... Like, we watch Outlander...
Indian matchmaking was pretty good.
Indian matchmaking, yes, but that's less...
Garbagey?
Yeah, that's... Well...
Back with the X. Oh, that's...
But Love is Blind, The Circle, Too Hot to Handle. It's garbage TV. It's a chewing gum for the brain. It's like a magazine, the magazine version of a show. And but I love it. I don't know why. I love it. It feels great watching it. There's no anxiety like when we watch Outlander or anything, Ozarks or Ozark. You feel like anxious after. You're like, this is just pure fun, unadulterated fun. And it's, so The Circle Season 2 is back. And you got into it. Don't pretend that you, a few times you're like, I like him. I actually really like him. He's cute.
That's like Catfish, remember?
Yeah, Catfish. I don't know. It's all bright lights, bright colors. And that's what it takes to entertain me. Just bright lights and colors.
I think you just have to monitor you don't watch too much of that.
Why, though?
Because it's like chips for your brain. It's like junk food.
It is, but what would happen if I had... Why do I have to moderate The Circle, but we can watch 9 episodes of Outlander in a row of people killing themselves? And why?
That the same.
Why, though? Explain to me why.
Because
you're telling me that with conviction. Why?
Because I feel like it's not good for you to... It's not good for your brain to just keep watching and watching and watching.
But Outlander is good.
No, I never said that.
Oh.
I would like to cap myself. I'd like to do 2 episodes max a day of Outlander.
Okay.
And I have to say that Outlander is, to me, it's different, even though it causes some anxiety because there's like plots and it's scary and sometimes it's like heart-wrenching and stuff like that. At least it's like acting is amazing. It's historical. There's
how is The Circle not historical?
Nah.
This is the premise. For those who don't know what The Circle is, these people, I think there's 8 people, 8 contestants. They take over this apartment building and they're in their...
It's hard to explain.
They're in each of their apartment and they can't leave and they interact with each other. They're alone. You're alone in your apartment. It's very dystopian, future Black Mirror-esque because all you have, and it's kind of like Alexa or Siri. Well, Siri sucks, but Alexa. But it's called The Circle, so you talk to The Circle. And the only way to communicate with other contestants is by text. So either in private or group chats. And through just chatting, no other communication. You can't see... So you have your profile pictures and your profile and a couple other pictures in there. And it's all about... And at every other day, someone gets blocked, i.e. kicked off the show. Until there's a winner for $100,000. And so it's all about strategy and it's literally just all text. So you can't send videos. And so you can catfish. So some people are playing, someone else entirely.
The catfish is confusing if you haven't seen the show. Can I just jump in?
Go ahead, jump in.
I feel like you're trying to be liked and you don't want to be voted off.
Right.
So you do these like group chats, but no one can tell if you're being real or not. And they do a group vote and somebody gets kicked off.
Yeah.
But that's the part that they should explain better because I didn't really understand the objective. Like with most, it's kind of like Survivor where you get voted off. But it's based a lot on how you can charm someone. Basically, you want to be likable so that no one... but it also is strategy because you want to win the $100,000 at the end and be the last person standing. So you don't... I think you want to be in between. Super likable and hated. You want to be like... If you could always rank in the middle on those lists, I think you'd be safe almost all the way to the end. What do you think?
Well, yeah, and it's just interesting because, like you said,
because you don't want to be seen as a threat.
Everybody's on their best behaviors. They're like, "Hey, fam, I would do anything for." Like within minutes, they're telling each other they would do anything for each other because it's just like, okay, they're just because they don't want to be kicked off. Starting private chats with others. Hey, just so you know, I've got your back till the end. Friendships for life. I'm like, you've never met.
Hey,
you're just
little
texting.
sis. Yeah, and stuff like that.
And it's kind of like they're talking like they're on an interview all the time. You know, they give each other, you know, when you're on an interview and you'll give yourself compliments, or in real life when you hear this, when I do something, I do it 100%.
That's just me.
That's just who I am. Yeah, everybody does that. Like,
yeah, or you like to think you do anyways.
Or I don't half-ass anything. Or trust me, you don't want to be on my bad side. It's like, okay.
Whose bad side do we want to be on?
I'm the type of person who's just upfront and honest. That's just me. That's just who I am. I give it my 100% all the time. I don't do anything half-assed. I'm upfront. It's like, okay, stop jerking off.
I brag. I like to point out my good parts.
And by the way, I'd like to say this. If you're a really hot girl, you can't be a nerd. This new culture of like, I'm a nerd, because there's this one that's like...
Why not?
Nerds are not cool. You can't be the hot Asian one. She's like, if you look cute in glasses, you're not a nerd. She's like, I brought my glasses and I just love gaming. I'm a nerd. But she's like a model. You can't be both. A nerd is like an outcast. A nerd is someone that's, you know, into math and you can't wear a belly chain and call yourself a nerd.
A belly chain? Did she wear one?
Yes.
Jeez, someone really noticed the hot nerd.
No, but it drives me nuts. This thing
now,
of like,
anytime she comes on camera, I'm going to be like,
a nerd. Okay, Jamie Fraser. A nerd is like, you know, greasy hair, bad social skills, really smart, really, into books and education.
Well, can't terms evolve? I feel like nerd has evolved a little bit because back in the day it was like, I'm a nerd. Look at me, I'm unattractive. I've got greasy hair. I've got tape in the middle of my glasses. Then who are those people then? If
the girl that looks cute in glasses, like I've got my glasses, I'm such a nerd. Hasn't there always been the hot librarian type of look? It's not a nerd. That's just not a nerd. That's just
it is. No. That's the whole point. That's what's so attractive, because then when she takes off her glasses and takes her hair out of a bun, then she's like, oh, this is a hot nerd.
I don't think so.
Okay, she's a hot nerd then.
She's not a nerd. If you're popular...
Oh, there's no like hot guy on that show.
Right, I'm trying to think.
That's weird.
What about the guy with the yellow teeth? It drives me nuts, this thing of
why isn't there...
A girl will put glasses on and be like, I'm such a nerd. I love video games. But meanwhile, on weekends, I go clubbing and drink tequila. You can't be both.
What about me? I'm a nerd.
You're not a nerd.
Why?
You're not a nerd.
I am, though.
You're popular. You're good at sports. You're a comedian. You're not a nerd.
Oh my God! You missed one thing that you just said was that other lady.
Very smart. I'm just kidding. You're gorgeous.
No. What's the word I want to hear?
Hot.
Thank you.
You're not a nerd.
You can't be like, that girl's hot. She's hot. And then it's like, you're not a nerd because you're popular. You're great at cooking.
Come on. You're entrapping me.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
You're like hot. You used hot 17 times for that Asian woman that's on that show. Well, I did not get one hot.
Yeah, you're a smoke show. You know that.
Do I? I don't know.
Of course you know that.
You're like, she's hot.
Okay, let's move on. Of the hot Asian. I was just trying to make a point. It's not like she's not even stop it.
What?
You're getting
She's
me in
not
trouble.
even what? Your type?
No, you're my type.
Thank you. Matt just said hot nerds are a thing. Just Matt Floss. I just want you to know that.
But they're not nerds.
Owner
then
of Meetings Barbecue.
they're not nerds.
In Ottawa, it's delicious.
A nerd is a total outcast.
Tell Matt why hot nerds are not a thing.
I've just been saying it for the last little bit.
Give me your elevator pitch, though. I want
because a hot nerd will be in turn popular, and that's just not a nerd. You can't be a hot popular nerd.
What if you're not
You're not a
popular,
nerd.
but you're nerd? Yeah. What if you're not popular, but you're just gorgeous? Like there are introverts that are gorgeous.
Sure. Okay.
Gorgeous people that are introverts and they want to stay at home and they want to game, but they also like to look good. They happen to be gorgeous.
Okay, there could be attractive nerds. Okay, but this girl in the circle, the Asian, is not a nerd. You
I don't
can't
know.
be a fit athlete, belly chain wearing, popular hot nerd. You just can't. It's an oxymoron. You can be all the other things. You're not a nerd just because she puts on dark rimmed glasses and she's like, oh, I'm such a nerd. You're not.
She kind of feels like a nerd to me, actually. The way she acts, like
No, she's no nerd.
just because she's good looking.
Yes.
No. Jordan said wannabe nerds. That's what she said.
That's the whole thing. Everybody now is
I don't
everybody.
like that Jordan's always agreeing with you lately.
Okay, which is she not? Because even though I'm right.
Correct.
But you often claim to be a nerd because nobody's ever offered you Coke in life. It's like, but that doesn't make you a nerd. There's other words for it. It's like
Square.
Sure.
What's the difference between square and nerd?
I told you, a nerd is a introvert, outcast, greasy hair, doesn't care about their looks. First and foremost are books and data and, nerds don't get Brazilian waxes.
Oh my God.
They don't. It's just, it's not a thing. The culture of the nerd has been appropriated, and I'm standing up against it.
I don't get Brazilian waxes.
You have.
Anyway.
You joke. Don't be like, oh, don't mention that. It's a bit you've done on TV. I can't mention it on the show.
You're feisty.
Well,
okay, here's the definition of a nerd. Oh, whoops.
What's going on over there?
Sorry. I wanted to play the definition, but
Play it. Read it.
I'm going to. A nerd is an individual who enjoys learning, does not adhere to social norms.
Exactly does not adhere to social nerds. Let's look at this Asian in the
Social
circle.
nerds?
Social norms. She's fit, wears yoga pants, belly chains, does everything, whitens her teeth. You can't do those things and be a nerd.
Whitens her teeth.
A nerd. You're fully conforming to the norms of society. You're like a model, basically. And like, but you put on dark rim glasses this one time, and you're like, I'm such a nerd, and you stuck with it. You're like, it's fun to be a nerd, and because nerds are the reason that we can do this show and broadcast it. Nerds have discovered all of the smart things in life. So all of a sudden you look cute in glasses. You're like, I'm a nerd. So it's like this, I'm so smart. I'm a genius. It's like you wear a belly chain. You're not a nerd.
Yeah. Okay. I can see your point. I like that description of doesn't follow social norms.
Yes.
I think that is I'll go with that part. But
because
I do think nerd has evolved a little bit. I think people actually, I think if I was a nerd, a genuine nerd that you're talking about, I've kind of shifted gears. So let's just say I was a nerd like the original OG nerd, the nerd, the one that has the greasy hair, that actually introvert, doesn't subscribe to social norms, all that kind of thing. If I was that nerd, I might be like pissed off that hot people that are doing like going by the social norms and wearing the belly chains and fit and gorgeous and everything else are like latching onto this term as if now it's cool. But on the other hand, yeah, because then the actual nerd is probably like, hey, I'm actually a nerd. Like, what? Can't I have that? Like, why are you
my whole
taking that
point.
from me?
It's become mainstream,
It's
and
kinda
nerds
like
are not
people-
mainstream.
It's kind of like people. True. It's kind of like people who are like, I'm a redhead, and I'm like, you're not though, because you dyed your hair. Like, I'm a redhead. I lived my whole life as a redhead. Don't try to hop on the train when it's cool, because you weren't in school as a little kid being teased as a redhead. Okay. Don't be like, oh, redhead's cool now. Okay, I'm gonna dye it and say I'm one of you. No, you're not.
That's the thing.
Nice try.
Nerds have a hard time in school.
Nice try.
So they have a really hard time in school socially. So they turn to their books. They focus on their work. So they achieve so much more. I will bet everything I have that this Asian, I can't remember her name, but
Let's just call her Hottie.
the hot
I'm
Asian
joking.
on the hot Asian on The Circle season 2. I can guarantee you she skated through high school.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. There's no way she was like in the library, like no one would accept her, talk to her, and give her wedgies. So she was so it just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
You can't be a self-proclaimed nerd. It's like I'm sure nerds would be like deny that they're nerds. Like, no, I'm not. You can't be like, I'm a nerd and proudly.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Well,
why so angry about the nerd?
Yeah,
thing?
very, very angry. But I kind of get it now. You sort of, often when you get upset like this, I don't agree with you, and I love. Sometimes it's fun to disagree, but I have to say I can kind of see your point on this.
Thank you.
I'm kind of getting it.
Thank you.
That might be the hot nerd in me. So Ken says a hot nerd is one that calculate the phased output of a frequency and finding peaks in each wavelength. A hot girl sitting in a gamer chair playing video games is not a nerd.
See, I didn't even understand half of that, which means I'm not a nerd.
It sounds like our book that we're reading.
Yeah.
Our book? Oh my God.
I know.
Melanie
I'll never
just
say that again.
Melanie just tuned in. She's going to puke before she even has her coffee.
By the way, did you... watching The Circle season 2 on Netflix, the best, but they didn't release all of the episodes, so we blasted through the first 5, and then we have to wait till April 21st for the next 3.
Yeah, and they can't use the excuse that it's like such a huge production, like Wonder Woman, or what's it called?
Wonder Woman.
WandaVision.
No, but the reason they do that is because people talk about it longer.
Yeah. Right.
Because WandaVision, it's not because they weren't shooting in between each week. That's not why they do that. They were all done. They had all the episodes, but they released them once a week because then it's in the people are talking about it for 8 weeks instead of just 1 week. If it all comes out on one day, people binge it for that week, let's say, and then after that they stop talking about it, even though people are still catching up. And
true.
This way, it's in the Circle. But the way they talk to The Circle, you know how like phones came out. It's an amazing thing. You talk to the person, right?
It's an amazing thing.
And then texting came out, which is a lesser technology.
Yeah.
You have to type out, but that now people do that because it's more, you don't need to actually talk to people. So people text way more than they talk. And I was thinking, do you think in the future we'll talk the way they talk on The Circle, where they go, this annoys me of the show, the hashtags. You're not on social media. Why are they hashtagging in conversations, closed-end conversations? A hashtag is for you to click on it and find all the related... Anyway, but this new thing... But I think that's how we'll end up talking in the future, which is pretty much now, where we'll go hashtag real talk. Come over here. I have to ask you something, period. Did you talk to Linda, ? Like, I think that's how we're going to end up talking, just even when we're face to face.
I hope not.
Like, we're text talking, but with hashtags.
I really hope not.
Hashtag blown away. Did you see what happened over the weekend? ? I couldn't believe it! ! That's going to happen. Mark my words, within 3 to 5 years, we'll be talking like that.
I need to get rid of my phone.
To each other. We'll be hashtagging in conversations. It's already happening, the hashtag thing. The punctuation's not there yet, but we're slowly texting more and more. We'll be talking like that all the time. Period.
I don't want to. I don't want to !
Well, Do you really think it's in your control? Question mark. I mean, it's just the reality of the world, period. That's where we're going, comma, to the next level, period.
Emoji barf face.
Yeah, they do. We're going to talk like that. You watch.
I really hope not.
Give
That's
it 5
depressing.
years. On this episode, you've heard it here first. We'll be talking like that. You'll see something, and instead of reacting, you'll go, just like you said, puke emoji. Oh my God, puke emoji. That's disgusting.
Oh, I hope not. And it's always emoji.
Yeah.
I really hope not. Although
Crying emoji.
Although I'm doing it in the car.
Laughing emoji.
When you text me.
That's exactly what I mean. We're doing it all the time, so now it'll just evolve.
I do enjoy when they repeat it back at me if it's something funny that they don't want to say. They don't want to say, but it's
Siri?
Siri.
Right.
Like making Siri swear.
Are you giving an example or?
No.
Oh. And of course, we're watching Outlander nonstop. We're season 5. It's good. It's
Oh
a
my
good
God,
show.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not like, as you said off the top when you started watching, it's the best show you've ever seen. Is it still the best show you've ever seen?
It's up there. It's definitely top
10.
Let's see. So I'm gonna say Breaking Bad, Sopranos. This is just TV shows. Breaking Bad, Sopranos. I really liked 6 Feet Under back in the day too. That's an oldie. Have you seen that one?
No.
We should watch that one.
Okay.
It's really good. And it's the same. I don't know if it's the same writer as American Beauty. It's a little dark, but it's really smart. Like, it's so good, and the acting is amazing. The writing's amazing. So I would say top 5: 6 Feet Under, Sopranos, Downton Abbey. I love Law and Order. I think Outlander might be 5. Go 5. Top 5.
Top 5: Sopranos, Breaking Bad. Whose Line Is It Anyway? Just kidding.
Oh, I was like, what? Okay, start over.
Sopranos, Breaking Bad. That's
Okay, so we're the same on that. Downton Abbey, right?
Downton Abbey, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
When we were watching it, you're like, this is the best show, and it's
I
actually
know.
beat out Sopranos.
Yeah, it's in the top 5.
Yeah. I don't
What
want to
else?
bully
I
you.
can't
but
think of any other shows.
You said that. I'm not making you.
I really liked Barry.
What?
Barry with, what's his name? Bill Hader.
Top 5, though?
CSI Miami. No, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Outlander would be in the top 10. The first season starts off good. I like when they do the parallel timelines and stuff. That's interesting. But the love scenes, they've had so many sex scenes of Claire and Jamie that now I'm like an old married couple when they start doing it. I'm like over it. I'm like, oh, come on. Do we have to now? I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Can we not do this right now?
So you're so like tired. You don't even want to see it. It's not
No.
even that you're going to be doing
They
it.
look at each other every time they catch each other's gaze. They start doing it, and I'm like, oh, come on. Can we do it tomorrow during the day?
So anytime you see they're about to do it, you're like, oh, come on, I've got a headache.
Yes, I'm over it.
Oh my gosh. Mark T says, what about Game of Thrones? We have not seen that.
Never seen
The
it.
Royal We. Should we? Should we?
Yeah, people love that show.
I bet you we'd love it. Melanie says Seinfeld. What about Seinfeld?
Yeah, Seinfeld's in the top for sure.
It's not in my top 5, but I
would
think
say
it's
it's in my
awesome.
top 5 if we're including comedies in there. Seinfeld
Yeah, we are.
and Curb Your Enthusiasm,
No, not for me.
The Simpsons, Family Guy.
Okay, I think you need a different category. Comedies, top 5, go.
Top 5 comedies: Seinfeld, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, The Simpsons.
Is that a comedy? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a sitcom.
Okay, Simpsons. Okay.
Comedy Now on CTV.
Jen Grant's episode.
No, I can't remember. Why am I drawing a blank? Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, The Office. Oh,
The
Ricky
Office.
Gervais. Yes.
Extras. The Office.
Oh my gosh, definitely. Michelle said The Office. Good point.
Yeah, The Office is a good one.
Jordan said I was going to say Curb. Oh yeah, Jordan.
Oh, yeah, Jordan.
I definitely
That was so
appreciate.
high pitch.
I definitely appreciate it. but
Oh,
I wouldn't
it's so
say-
good.
I find him a little tad annoying.
Oh, I don't.
It's the George Costanza. Like, it's hilarious. I'll recognize that. Hilarious. But there's something about his personality that, like, nails on a chalkboard.
The
I don't
comeback.
know why. Very good.
The comeback with Lisa Kudrow.
Yeah, very good.
They did 2 seasons.
That was excellent.
2 seasons, 10 years apart.
Brilliant.
Excellent show.
Brilliant.
If you haven't seen The Comeback, check it out. If you haven't seen Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, check it out.
Sounds like that could be a song.
If you haven't seen The Simpsons, check it out. If you haven't seen...
Ken says, just a side note, he says people are getting really bad at spelling these days. He gets emails
totally.
from senior managers that write emails like an elementary student. Very true, eh? Like the writing. It's true.
Matt Murdoch says Californication.
Never seen it.
It's with David Duchovny, and it's
Is
basically...
he not joking right
it's, well, what? No, it's...
No, I know, but he's usually like blue cheeseburger. Like, is this a real comment? I'm like, I don't know if I know how to take it from Matt.
No, it's a great show.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, right?
I know.
He's always like blue cheeseburger or some weird porn star's name.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, oh.
Red Shoe Diaries.
What are you talking about?
That's like a David Duchovny, like a softcore porn series.
No.
Yes, look it up. Red Shoe Diaries. Look it up.
Well, how do people
You got to be
know
quicker
these
at
things?
looking things up.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to give me a performance review after the show, though?
I'll do it right now on the air.
Ugh.
B
Don't-
minus.
Don't start doing
B
that
minus.
because if we're pulling that out, then... Or if we're whipping out performance reviews... Okay, what's it called?
Red Shoe Diaries. I think that's what it was called.
Maybe I don't want this in my Google history.
Memoirs of Beastie Boys. Check it out.
It's an erotic drama series that
Yes.
aired on Showtime Cable Network from 92 to 97 and distributed by Playboy Entertainment overseas. It's a spin-off. It is a spin-off of an earlier film by the same name, also directed by Zalman King.
Red Shoe. I thought that's what Matt meant at first when he said Californication. No, Californication is about a writer, David Duchovny. He's like a writer in LA. Anyway, I want to do this story before. Keep by the way, mentioning your favorite shows in the comments, and we'll get to them. But I just want to mention this since I put it in the description. Some workers were fired after a stripper was hired to perform at a construction site. Did you see this? It's kind of all
No.
over the internet. Yeah, Mattamy Homes out of Toronto. They had a on one of their construction sites. It was a house they were building that wasn't finished yet, and so the drywallers, the subcontractors, it was someone named Bob's birthday, so they hired a stripper to come to the construction site, and it leaked somehow. I don't know how it leaked, but I've got some pictures here of the party.
Okay.
These guys know how to have a good time. Okay, so this is a lot of faces are blurred out. Some aren't. But again, this is a party at a construction site, an unfinished home. Mattamy Homes out of Toronto. Oh, this is a good one. Let's look at this picture. So there's outrage and people were fired because, as you can clearly see, there is zero COVID restrictions being applied here.
Can you catch COVID from a vagina?
Can you catch COVID from a coochie?
Oh my God! Look at that.
I know this guy's having a bad Monday morning. His face was not blurred.
Oof.
And by the way, this is a tough gig for this dancer stripper.
What's that guy behind him doing?
I know. He's like, Gary, let me in on the action. Gary, you've had your 5 minutes of fun.
I didn't know you. I thought the whole rule of strippers was you're not supposed to touch them, but I guess
No,
private.
when you hire them, anything goes. You can make
What do you
sweet
mean?
love
How
to
do
them.
you know that?
I've heard.
Have you ever been?
No, I've never been to a private stripper, but I've.
I hope I hope your friends aren't getting a stripper for your bachelorette.
Bachelorette? I'm
or
not
your
having
bachelor,
a bachelorette.
Your bachelor party.
This is
Huh?
no. I know you're trying to just focus on this for a sec.
Okay.
Are you seeing these pictures on the
Yes.
delay?
Yes.
The body language of the stripper says everything in her with her body language says, "Get me out of here." Like she's earned her money
That's
on that
awful.
day. Like look at these guys. And why is the guy behind him?
Yeah, what's that all about?
There's a guy behind the stripper. There's a guy in front of her. He's like grinding up in her. And then there's
Looks
a guy
like someone's hand in front of her too.
there's a guy behind the guy that's behind her.
Looks like a conga line.
Yeah, it does exactly. It's like, "Gary, let me in."
So who took these pictures, I wonder?
Somebody at the party. And this one looks like she's having a good time, this picture, but all the other pictures, this one she's just like twerking, like, "Yeah, you like that? Yeah. You like what you see there?" But this one, she's like it looks like she's fully fending them off.
I don't know how anyone could do that. I mean,
I wonder how much they paid.
I don't know.
But also, people were upset because Mattamy Homes is a big contributor to Doug Ford's campaign. And one of the main reasons that Ontario isn't on full total lockdown, construction sites and so on, is because they've donated so much campaign money. But they're clearly not respecting anybody else's sacrifices. They're just like doing whatever the hell they want.
Yeah. Oh, so much stuff is happening behind closed doors.
I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
They could all have COVID right now.
I just
Poor
wanna-
her. She's probably like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, I doubt anybody's taking test. You know how like TV shows before they shoot, everybody has to take a COVID test.
Yeah.
I'm sure no one did that beforehand. And I have to say that when I say I don't know how anyone could do this job, I understand that some people feel they have no other option for that, and I'm not judging. I just don't know how she could. From my standpoint, I just don't know how you could enjoy that, or like do you believe that some people could enjoy that line of work?
Sure, of course, absolutely. There's it's for sure, absolutely. Some people love what they do. They make good money, and you can't paint the picture that they're all victims.
I know,
of
that's what I mean.
circumstance.
I didn't want to do that. I definitely didn't want to do that. I feel that you can, I just don't. I don't get it. I'm the
don't
type
get
of person that doesn't want to strip for construction companies.
Daily dose, get the news from coast to coast. Daily dose, all your news from coast to
All
coast.
the news and headlines from Jen Grant.
All right. Here is your daily dose for Monday, April 19th. I was going to say 16th. So travel restrictions are... That was a double one?
No.
Oh, it felt double. Travel restrictions are in full swing between Ontario, Quebec, and Manitoba. So many border checkpoints, apparently. Heard an interview of the police department that has to implement this. Many options for people to try to get into point of entry. So it's been a lot of work for them to make sure they have enough people to figure out where, and that's just been since I guess Friday, right? The announcement?
Yeah, it starts today because there's 37 or 47 roads coming into Ontario from Ontario and Quebec.
Wow. And I heard somebody called into, I listened to the radio in the morning for some of my news, and somebody from the audience, from the radio audience, called in and said that they waited an hour to get into Ottawa from Gatineau, an hour.
Last night?
This morning.
Oh.
And all they did was just wave him through. He's like, an hour to wave you through. But then they do say that one of the reasons that they're doing that is to make it very unappealing to go in. Like if you know you're going to have to wait an hour to get through, you better make sure it's for a good reason. But I'm surprised they just waved them in. They didn't ask them. But then I heard also from somewhere else that they actually do ask. Like they make you ask. Like they make you turn around if it's not for an essential reason. So
they did in the beginning last year.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were being turned around.
Yeah, very true. So there's that, and Don't do the So they have approved, is so the new I'm wondering. They have approved people 40 and older as of tomorrow can get the vaccine AstraZeneca. In an effort to dispel concerns
Cringe
over
emoji.
the vaccine, did you know that Premier Doug Ford, Minister Elliott, and the Toronto Mayor John Tory all received their first dose of AstraZeneca shots on camera?
No.
So so is the new you notice that?
So
It's my new thing.
well, I think it's better than is just like
It is better, yeah, for sure. But
I
I'm
don't know.
also aware of the so. See, I wanted to do it again.
So is definitely better though.
It is better, but I'm just stopping myself. It's better for everyone overall, they say, to get this AstraZeneca shot. But I can understand why some people are hesitant. Like, we all know, I think we can all agree that the whole society benefits if more people get vaccines. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. But the individual risk, the media has gotten people scared of AstraZeneca because of that one specifically, and Johnson & Johnson.
Can we agree to that?
Can we agree with that?
I feel like this is Darjeeling Limited.
What's that?
The
Never seen
Coen
that.
Brothers
Is it a show?
movie with Owen Wilson.
Okay. Never saw it.
He'd be like, we're going to take a train. We're going to head down to this city. We're going to get there. We're going to have a nice meal. We're going to have enjoy dessert and have a nightcap. Then we're going to go back and we're come here. Can we agree to that? It's all agreeable things, but it's that. Can we agree to that thing?
You can get your appointment through pharmacies. And I guess what is scary is that AstraZeneca in particular, Health Canada didn't approve it for people under 55. Now they're saying, yes, it's okay. And the wishy-washiness just makes you question things. However, if you look at the statistics, there is a greater chance for you to get a blood clot through very commonly used medications like birth control and others. But people are willing to take birth control, no problem. And
well, I mean,
and there's so many more like risks. So for instance, there's a greater chance that you will get COVID than there is. There's a good, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I haven't really said what I need to say, but I'm blah, 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 blah. If you do get COVID, I mean, everybody's afraid of getting COVID. So if you do get COVID, did you know that there's a 1 in 5 chance of getting a blood clot?
I did not know that.
So if you get COVID, there's a 1 in 5 chance, so 20% chance that you will get a blood clot. But there's like, it's crazy. I don't have the stat, but it's like millions of people have gotten the AstraZeneca with very few, very, very rare do you get a blood clot with millions of vaccinations that have happened. Very rare. Not only that, one thing I heard an interview from my doctor that's on the radio. He said he was really good today. He said that a lot of blood, no one asks what kind of blood clot because many are treatable. But all you hear is blood clots, then you're like, forget it.
Right.
But many are treatable. So anyway,
I'm going to do this every time.
Okay. Anyway, I'm just saying that we probably should be all getting that AstraZeneca shot. And in fact, my doctor who's on the radio, see, that's another thing I can brag about. I have a doctor that's on the radio. But he said he encouraged his sister to get the shot, the vaccine, the jab, if you will.
Yeah.
His own sister. She was like, do you think I should get it? And he said, absolutely, 100%. So if he's telling his own family to get it, I think that we as a regular, you know what I'm saying. And
you've replaced with
also,
hand movements.
You're also risking getting sick the longer you wait. People are thinking right now, I'm going to wait until I can get Pfizer or Moderna. And Moderna's, there's this big delay. But if you get an option, they've said this from the beginning, if you get an option to get the vaccine, get it. Because we don't have a lot of vaccines. They're in high demand. So if the supply isn't there, get it when you can. So right now, if you're over 40, sign up to be on the wait list to get this this vaccination. At first, I was really nervous about the AstraZeneca, but I'm going to go for it. What do you think?
Well, I can't.
I know, but what do you think of me getting?
Yeah. You can't either. Well, okay.
All right, and that's your daily dose for today?
Okay. Wow.
Oh.
I know. The stripper picture.
Daily dose, get the news from coast to coast. Daily dose, all your news from coast to
All
coast.
the news and headlines from Jen Grant.
There we are.
Thanks, Jen. There's Jen. There's Jen Grant. By the way, we have a new addition to the studio. We have a mini fridge.
I was going to mention that, but I wasn't sure.
Courtesy of our friends at Gringos Blazing Sauces. Which, by the way, brings me to my next point. This episode of the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant is brought to you, of course, yet again, by Gringos Blazing Sauces. Go to gringosblazingsauces.com for the best small batch hot sauces and salsas, grilling and barbecue sauces, and charcuterie jellies that you will ever throw down your moist gullet. gringosblazingsauces.com. We're obsessed. We've now gone through 2 bottles of the Blue Burn since...
So good.
In a week, 1 week and 3 days, we've gone through 2 bottles of Blue Burn, which is their blueberry habanero.
So
fantastic
freaking good.
Hot sauce. Yesterday we had some, again, courtesy of Gringos, some smoked pork. And I had that, the Sizzling Nirvana, the pineapple, and I think it's ghost pepper pineapple. It's very hot, very pineapple-y.
So good.
Amazing. Sizzling Nirvana, Blue Burn. Go to gringosblazingsauces.com and get some of that. It's chef owned and operated, so you get you get nothing but the best hand-selected, freshest ingredients every time. You can taste the passion in each bottle. gringosblazingsauces.com. They're based out of Ottawa and they ship all over North America. And if you live in Canada and order over $40 worth of product, you get free shipping on that son of a bitch. On top of that, listeners of this program get an additional 5% off by entering promo code JD5 at checkout. JD5 at checkout gets you 5% off. There, Gringos Blazing Sauces. Do it today. Fantastic.
Mark T says you can get the AstraZeneca from the Wakefield Pharmacy.
Okay. All right. Well,
yeah.
Here we are. This is the show.
This is the show. This is a great show.
The show is coming to a close, as we do every day around this time. It's run its course, and we're okay and fine with it. Today we learned that you can't be hot and a nerd. You can't wear belly chains and be a nerd. You can't be popular and also be a nerd. We discovered you also can't be in construction and hire a stripper on your site to come twerk in your face while your coworkers publish it to the interweb without losing your job. You're gonna get fired. You're gonna lose it all. Was it worth it sharing that broad with Gary?
This song reminds me of my sleeping app. wanna go to sleep. Is it done?
Close your eyes. It's distracting with that sleeping app because he does a in-breath and an out-breath, but he doesn't commit. He's like, take a deep breath in through your nose, and then he goes, and out through your mouth.
He does?
Yeah.
I never noticed. Don't tell me that, because now I'm going to focus on it.
Because you're supposed to like, but he's like, it's like he was in the booth recording it, and he was in a good mood and decided to add, I'm going to actually take the breath. I'm going to actually go ahead and take the breath on this one. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. They realized you have to talk, so he couldn't like do. I don't know. We also learned that Jen is jealous of the hot Asian girl on the circle too.
I am not jealous, but you are jealous of Jamie Fraser and his sword.
And his sword, is that a euphemism for his large pectoral muscles? What did you think I was going to say? His traps and shoulders.
Can
and
you do
his
a
eyes.
faster song?
Yeah, okay.
The song sucks.
Yeah, I know. That's just, I don't know.
I liked it, but I think I need energy for the songs. I think I'm. Oh, jeez. Are we canoeing down a river? That's what it sounded like.
Canoeing?
I think I need energy to be creative. Oh, it sounds like a fighting scene or something.
Yeah, it's not really a song. What's going on with all these
dramatic
Middle Ages kind of? All right, this has got a little slow interlude, but I feel like it's going to pick up, Jenny. This is right up your alley. All right. Well, here we go. The show's over! Exclamation mark. We'll be back tomorrow as we do every day. Monday, comma, Tuesday, comma, Wednesday, comma, Thursday, comma, Wednesday, or Friday, comma, Friday, exclamation mark.
I don't want to use emojis when I talk.
Hashtag
monkey with
real
my
talk.
hands over my eyes.
Hashtag improv. Hashtag sift through a lot of shit to get to some gold. Hashtag what are we doing with our lives? Hashtag I don't know anymore. Hashtag I
am a hot emoji flames nerd emoji with the
Doesn't
sunglasses
exist.
on. Don't speak over my vocals, please.
It's called harmonies.
It's called stepping on my punchlines. No, wait, just
hashtag panic attack. Oh, go no, keep going. It's harmonies.
I don't like.
You always stop every time I do harmonies.
But why don't you harmonies? I love how now when you interrupt me, it's called a harmony or a hashtag.
Yes.
Hashtag interruption. At some point, maybe I'm done and I'm in my head. I'm trying to think of something to say, but your hashtags/harmonies are getting in my way. Oh my gosh, I rhyme so well. How long can I do this? No one can tell. I just did it again. Here I am, trying to figure out what I can say in my head. Can I do it again? No, I just rhymed again with again. Does it count when it's the same word? We're not sure. Get your vaccination. It'll help with the herd.
Hashtag immunity.
Get it? The herd?
Hashtag, yes, I'm
Here we are. I'm rhyming. It feels good. I like to want to keep it good. What are we going to eat as food? We are intermittent fasting, so we can't eat for another few hours.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
I love those songs. I love doing them. I
And
really
those
feel
songs
like I'm
love
living on the
you.
edge.
You are living on the edge. Whoops. All over the map.
I was just going to say goodbye.
Well, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in.
As always, you
Thanks
guys are
for
great.
downloading and
Love it.
subscribing on your favorite podcast platforms.
Please don't forget to review and subscribe and rate our podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're growing there. We want to grow more. Spread the word.
Thank you, Jenny. We're going to do this week on one of the episodes, we're going to do a sharing is caring episode where you share the episode. It doesn't have to be live, just whenever you listen to it. If you listen on iTunes, for example, or Apple Podcasts, you can share the link on your social media. You can share the link on Spotify, from Spotify to your social media, all of those things. Follow us on Instagram at Julien Dionne Show. Our social media manager, Jordan, does a killer job.
She sure does.
And like the page at Julien Dionne Show on Facebook. There's a group, the Julien Dionne Show with Jen Grant. Smash all of the likes. And we'll see you tomorrow for our Tuesday show. Jen, I love you.
Love you.
Get your vaccines. We'll see you tomorrow. And until then, watch your head.
Such a beautiful waste of time. Waste of time. A beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Wandering eyes and itchy feet. I'm just a thin, nervous shadow walking backwards down the street. The landing is bitter, but the falling is oh so sweet. It's just a waste of time. A beautiful waste of time. It's just a waste of time. The whole world wants a piece of my head, but they all get a piece of my mind instead. I roll over and go back to bed. It's such a beautiful waste of time.